I'm Kielburger. I'm from Thornhill, Ontario, Canada. I was born on December 17th, 1982, and I am a child labor activist. When I was 12 years old, on April 19th, 1995, I am an avid daily paper reader, and I was going to flip to the comics section because I love the comics. And so I was sitting there in the morning flipping to my comics, but I couldn't get past the first page. I had saw on the first page that a 12-year-old boy, Iqbal Masih, had been murdered for speaking out about his cause. And I looked at this going, child labor? What's child labor? I've never heard of this before. And I went and I asked my parents, I asked my older brother Mark and my dad, and I said, what is this? And I wanted to learn more about it because I couldn't understand. How could you chain a child to a machine for 16 hours a day or more and make them work for little or no pay at all? So I went to my school library, my teacher, and I went to learn more about the cause. I brought it in the next morning to my 7th grade class and printed out the article and explained what had happened. And seeing as distraught as they were, as I was, I proposed an idea. Well, why don't we start a group, to children helping children. We started off calling it 12-12-year-olds, but which later became Free the Children, which is now a renowned organization that helps children and gets education to a lot of underprivileged kids and child laborers everywhere. And so our group, 12-12-year-olds, or now Free the Children, we went around speaking to schools and to newsprints to get the issue of child labor out there and see if we could do anything about it. And so I came into contact with someone who worked for the Toronto Star, Alam Rahman, who was from Bangladesh, and he had been taking a trip to Asia, and he offered to take me with him so I could do more on my studies about child labor. There I went to India, Pakistan, Thailand, and many more countries there to explore sweatshops, the poverty, and basically what was going on in the world that I didn't know about. There, my eyes were open to so many different things, so many amazing food, amazing people. I was so welcomed. But I was also so distraught at what I saw, And so there, I was able to witness brick kilns, sweatshops, and I got to see all the horrible things that were happening. So basically, I took that back to Canada, and I took it back to Free the Children and to see what we could do about it. And what we did is we were able to get laws passed in Italy for human trafficking. We were able to, bring education to kids who needed it. We were able to, get the word out that Free the Children was going to become something that was going to make a difference in the world. And even though I was only 12 at that time I am now, and I was able to make such a difference because I cared, and people went and told me, but you're only 12, how can you make such a difference in the world? I made just as much of a difference and then some to help the other children of the world. Because I think it's when children are out there to go help children, it makes just as much of an impact. I got my Prime Minister of Canada to stop imported carpet factory child labor, imported carpets that were made by child laborers to stop being imported to Canada, which made a huge difference and made a huge impact on those child labor using factories.